Hello everybody, welcome to today's class. How are we today? Hope you're doing well. Hope you get a chance to watch the last lesson. Hope you get a chance to know a little introduction about the algebra in the last lesson. Now today we are actually going to understand about the like terms and unlike terms in algebra. Now what exactly like terms are in here? Before I go further, there will be an expression and you need to identify the like and unlike terms in the expression. Now, before I start explaining you the like and unlike terms from the expression, I would like to give you a little example. Let's say, a John have two apples, right? Please pay attention. And it's a very important topic. So let's say John have two apples and Mary have two apples as well, and they've been asked to put those apples in a basket. So they've been asked to put those apples in a basket, and how many apples are going to be there in the basket? There will be going to be 4 apples. Very simple calculation. You know that it might be sound like weird, but it's exactly the way like terms work. 2 apples plus 2 apples give you 4 apples, right? Now let's say if Mary have 2 oranges and John have 2 apples, and they've been asked to put the same 2 apples and 2 oranges in the basket, what they're gonna have? They're gonna have 2 apples and 2 oranges. They're not gonna have 4 apples or either 4 oranges, because apple and oranges are different fruits. They are not like fruits. Does that make sense? Now let's start understand about the like terms with respect to expressions in algebra. Now here is going to be our expression. Let's say we have 2x plus 3y. Now here's the thing. We have two variables in this expression. We have two variables, x and y. Pay attention, please. And then let's say we have plus 5x plus let's say um, let's say 7y, right? And plus 8, right? So that's the expression we have now. Now what exactly like terms? Now think about it. The like terms are, first of all, the definition, the quick definition of like terms. All those terms in an expression with same variables. Same variables. Yes. Now what are the variables in here? We have x and y, two different variables. All the terms with same variables are like terms. So let's say x. So this x, right? 2x, 5x, they are like terms because they have same variables. Does that make sense? Perfect. Now let's say 3y and 7y, they are like terms. Why? Because they are same variables. They have same variables. Now 8, we have 8 here, which is a constant. 8 is there by itself. It doesn't have any company. Let's say 8 is a term. Let's say you have plus 3, right? Now 8 and 3 are like terms. Now you know what exactly like terms mean. Now in algebra you will be having a questions in which they will ask you to write the expression into the simplest form, and when they ask you to write the expression into the simplest form, what exactly you need to do? You need to do like few arithmetic operations, which is plus, minus, or multiplication or division, right? So today we are going to do plus and minus. I use all the positive sign in here. First of all, I'm going to teach you how to add the like terms. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to observe, we're going to figure out which are the like terms in this expression, which we already did. You know, 2x is a like term, 5x and 2x are the like terms, 3y and 7y are the like terms, 8 and 3 are the like terms. Now the next step will be I'm going to rearrange these expression. I'm going to rearrange this expression by putting or grouping or pairing the like terms together. So first of all, I'm going to consider, let's say if this expression have more than 3 variables, I'm going to consider the first variable first, right? The first variable, then second variable, then third variable, and I'm going to group them together. Now let's say you have 2x. the first variable is x, right? So I'm going to group x's first. So I have 2x plus 5x, right? Now, one more thing I need to tell you, make sure you pay attention. Whatever is the sign before the term, sign 5x plus, you cannot change that sign. The sign has to be there the way it is. Does that make sense? So whatever is the sign in front of expression, sorry, in front of term, that sign going to be there. That sign going to be there exactly the way it is. The sign which is in front of term, remember, in front of term, right? Now you see the second variable in here is y. So the plus sign, right? 3y, right? And the second one is y, 7y plus 7y. Now these are the way they are in there, like plus 8 plus 3. Now we just need to do a simple addition, right? Just simple addition. Let's say 2x plus 5x will be 7x. Just like 2 apples plus 5 apples will be 7 apples, right? Now the sign will be plus. 3y plus 7y will be 10y, right? 10y. Exactly the way 3 oranges plus 7 oranges give us 10 oranges. Now here, you know this addition, how to do this addition. 8 plus 3, that will be 11. Now, that is how you write them in the simplest form. Does that make sense? That's how you write them in the simplest form in case of only addition. Now, let's say if you have a subtraction sign. Let's say if you have a subtraction sign, before I go, I'll just change the sign from here, or from here, right? So let's say you have minus, 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 right? Now, before I explain you about subtraction, I need to tell you something. I need to remind you something which is very important. Now, see, the signs are very important in algebra. Signs are very important in mathematics. If you make a mistake with your sign, the whole calculation is going to be incorrect. So you need to be very, very careful. In next few classes or in next few topics, they're going to be a huge calculations that we are going to be do. Make sure your fundamentals, your bases are clear about the sign. Let's do a quick recap about the signs. Let's say you have two numbers. Let's say you have two numbers with same sign. Remember, two numbers with same sign, plus and plus. The operation will be plus. You are going to add them. You're going to add them. Let's say you have same sign again, negative and negative. The operation will be plus. You're going to add them, plus, right? Let's say you have one positive. The first number is positive. The second number is negative. You're going to subtract them. Let's say you have the first number is negative. The second number is positive. You're going to subtract them. Now, that's the rule that you did in natural number chapter. If you haven't, I will cover that chapter as well in next couple of weeks. Now, let's take an example in this case. By two positive numbers, I mean, let's say if you have plus 2 plus 7. So plus 2 plus 7 will be plus. I need to add them together. These signs means operation. So what exactly I'm going to do? That sign says what exactly I'm going to do when I have similar signs or different signs. So when I have 2 plus sign, the operation will be positive. So 2 plus 7, that will be 9. Now, one thing you need to remember, whatever the bigger number have a sign, that sign going to be in front of that answer. So in this case, the bigger number is 7, right? When you're considering the bigger number in this case, do not consider the number with the negative or positive sign. Just only pay attention on the number, because if you're gonna say, like, I'll let you know in a minute. So let's say 2 7 is a positive number. The bigger number, the sign will be positive. You don't need to put a positive sign in front of a number. If there is no sign, it's understood that that number is a positive, right? So see, the way, like, we do like 100 good things, 100 positive things, and nobody gonna say or appreciate. But you do one negative thing and you will be noticed just like that. So you cannot ignore the negative sign in algebra 2. You have to put the negative sign. You cannot. But it doesn't matter. You put positive sign or no, nobody cares, because they know if there is no sign, it's a positive. Does that make sense? Maybe. So, okay, so let's say you have two negative signs, right? Two negative signs. The number are 3 and 4. Number are 3 and 4. So the operation will be plus. You're going to add them. You're going to add them together. So -3 -4 will be 7. 7. Now the sign will be the bigger number, and the sign will be negative in here, not plus. The sign will be negative in here. Now let's say you have one positive number, which is 4 in here, right? And the negative number is 6. Now the operation will be minus in here. You're going to subtract them, and when you subtract 4 minus 6, that will be 2. And see, the sign, the bigger number is 6. The bigger number is 6. Negative sign, that's going to be there, right? Now in this case, let's say if you have -7, right? Let's say if you have -7 and you have +2, right? The operation will be negative. 7 minus 2, we're going to subtract them. 7 minus 2, that will be 5. Now the bigger number is 7, the sign is negative, that sign is going to be there. You need to remember this thing. If you understood, that's the basic rule, right? Just go back to the video, just go reverse the video a little bit and watch this thing at least 2 or 3 times until you understand this concept. I know it's a little confusing and students really make mistake in this part. Just go back to the video and watch this thing like at least 3 times, please, because you need to be certain about the signs. Now you can take a notes of this, and let's do the subtraction part now. So here, the first step, you need to identify the like terms. The first thing you need to do is identify the like terms. And what like terms we have? 2x, 5x, right? Then we have 3y, right? -3y, and this one, and these two. So let's rearrange the expression. Now we're going to rearrange the expression in this case. Let's say you have 2x and 2x. Now 2x plus 5x plus 5x, right? 2x plus 5x. Now the second thing is minus the sign. You cannot ignore the sign. I told you, whatever is the sign in front of the term, that sign going to stay there. Now these are my one variable. I group them together. Now let's put the one term with a similar variable. Now I'm going to put another term with a similar variable, which will be 3y minus 7y minus 8 plus 3, right? That's what I get. Now I'm just going to do a simple addition and subtraction in this case. 2x plus 5x, 7x, minus 3y, minus 7y, minus minus. Do you remember? Minus minus, plus 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 plus, minus plus minus, plus minus minus. That's the operation, right? That's the rule. So minus minus, the operation will be plus. So 3 minus 3y minus 7y will be minus 10y. Is that okay? Minus 3y will be minus 10y. The sign, the greater number sign, will going to come in here. Now in this case, you see, minus plus minus plus, the operation will be minus. So minus 8 plus 3, the operation will be minus. We're going to subtract them. That will be 5. But what sign will be there? Minus. Why? Because 8 is greater than 3 and 8 have a negative sign. So there will be minus 5. And that's how you write them in the simplest form. That's how exactly you write them in the simplest form. Now, I'll do one more question for you. Let's say a little bit a complicated question. Um, let's say you have 2x squared plus 2x plus 3x squared plus 5x. Now, in this case, you can see the like terms are, I told you definition of the like terms with same variables, or the variables with same degrees are the like terms. So in this case, the 2x squared, 3x squared, x squared, and x are different variables. So these are the same terms, and these are the like terms. So in this case, when I'm going to rewrite them, it will be like 2x squared plus 3x squared plus 2x plus 5x, right? And simple addition in this case now. So 2x squared plus 3x squared will be 5x squared. 2x plus 5x, that will be 7x. And that's the simplest form of this expression. So don't get confused. So again, the definition of like terms are when a term have same variables, or the variables with same degree, those are the like terms, right? Now, I'll give you few questions so you can try those questions, but before those questions, I just want to tell you one thing. Let's say you have a negative sign in here. Let's say you have a negative sign in here, and there is a bracket, and you have an expression within the bracket, inside the bracket, like 3x minus 3y plus 4. Let's say you have this expression and there is a minus sign before the bracket. When you're going to open this bracket, the sign going to be changed. The old sign inside the bracket going to be changed. So it will become minus 3x plus 3y minus 4. Now, you probably need to watch this video a couple of times, but listen, it's for your sake. Please watch this video at least 2 or 3 times. But I think, like, if you have paid attention or made a notes, you probably don't need to watch it twice or 3 times. But like twice, I recommend at least. So when you open the bracket, this is an operation that we did in simple multiplication. So the sign going to be changed, right? Remember this thing. Remember this operation and that operation. Now, I'm going to give you a few questions to practice, and let's see. Now, as I told you, like in maths, you can learn things, right? You can certainly learn things, but you need to practice them. You need to practice maths. The first question I'm going to give you a simple one, x plus x, right? The second question will be, let's say, 8m minus 3n plus 4m minus 2n plus 17, right? The next question I'm going to give you, let's say you have minus 3y squared minus 4y minus 1 minus, now it's a little bit complicated, minus 2y squared plus 2y minus 1, right? The fourth question will be, let's say, minus 8q squared minus 3 plus 4q squared minus q. Now, I think 4 questions you can try now. Just pause the video and try to solve these questions. First of all, you just need to identify the like terms, and then you just need to put them or group them together, and then you just need to add or subtract them. Pause the video, do the questions, check the answers. So I hope you have tried these questions now. Welcome back. Now again, let's do the answers. So x plus x, simple, straight away. x plus x, one apple plus one apple, two apple, x plus x, 2x. Answer. Did you get this answer? Perfect. Now the next thing is, the next thing in here is the second one. So first of all, we need to identify the like terms, so which is 8m and 4m, right? And then we have 3n and minus 2n. Now I'm going to do this, I'm going to write the answer straight away, but please, you do not skip the steps, right? You must write the steps because you get step marking in leaving cert and in junior cert. You get marks for the steps, right? You check the marking scheme, please. Now the next thing is 8m plus 4m, that will give me 12m, right? Now minus 3n minus 2n minus plus minus 3n minus 2n, that will be minus 5n, and the 17, the way it is, will stay like that, 17, right? Now this question, right, this question, we have a bracket, we need to get rid of the bracket. Now see, don't get confused, this negative sign is inside the bracket, so it's not going to be changed. Now what's going to be like, so I'm going to be like, this question will be like minus 3y squared minus 4y minus 1, right? We can open this bracket straight away because there is no sign, there is no negative sign before the bracket. But in this case, we have negative sign before the bracket. So when I'm going to open this bracket, every single sign inside this bracket going to be changed. So it will be minus 2y squared minus 2y plus 1, right? That's what we're going to get. Now in this case, we're going to use the like terms. So the like terms are minus 3y minus 2y minus plus, that will be minus 5y squared, sorry, minus 3y squared minus 2y squared, that will be minus 5y squared. Now this one, minus 4y and minus 2y, again minus plus, the bigger sign, so that will be minus 6y. Now minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1, that will be 0 plus 0, right? So it's 0, you don't even need to mention it, it's 0. So that's the simplest form. If you get this answer, please double check. Now this one, let's say minus 8q squared is, and plus 4q squared are the like term, and then you have q there by itself. So minus 8q squared plus 4q squared minus plus, we're going to minus them, so 8q squared minus 8q squared plus 4q squared will be minus 4q squared, and the q is there by itself, so we don't need to do anything. It'll stay the way it is, minus q, and minus 3 is there by itself, it'll stay the way it is. So this is the simplest form of this question. Now that's how you actually add and subtract the like terms in algebra. And now you know the rules. These rules are very important. These rules are very important. When you're opening the bracket, that's very important. Please watch this video like a couple of times and do practice. Now, whatever book you are following, you can go and check the similar questions from that book. Now the good thing is, now these days you have an access to like internet. You just type the topic and you will get like plenty of worksheets on this topic, so you can check, do at least 20-25 questions on this topic, at least 25 questions. Please practice 25 questions you have to do, right? Find those questions, find the answers, and you will get, you see, once you start getting the results, it's self-motivation in maths. Now that was for today. Now in next class we are going to do evaluation. By evaluation I mean there will be an expression with different variables, let's say x or y, a or b or c or something like that, and the value of x, y, a, b will be given, the value of variables will be given, and we just going to put those values in the variables. Sorry, we're going to put the values of those variables into the expressions, and we will solve the expression and find one certain answer. Could be constant, minus or plus, or it depends. So that will be the plan for the next class. And listen, please watch this video a couple of times and make notes. When you're watching this video, you must have pen and paper with you, and you need to keep writing what I'm saying. And be safe, be nice, don't be bully, respect your teacher, stay healthy, learn math, understand math, practice maths, and let's make this world a better place. I'll see you around. Thank you so much.